Hey, what's up everybody? I have built another food plan using the app called My Macros Plus. This is the app that I use to track my calories and my macros so that I can hit my weight loss or weight gain goals depending on what I'm doing at that particular time. The app is a free app. They've got an upgraded version for a couple of bucks. Either way, works, well worth it to help you hit your goals as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what I've built today, and we've got a little bit that I need to finish, and so we're just going to finish it together. If you've watched my previous meal plan videos, you'll know that something I talk about a lot is starting the plan is easy, but finishing it is the harder part. You know, when you're starting it, you can just start throwing food on there. You've got calories to use up, but when you start getting to the end and that number becomes smaller, you kind of have to do a little bit of problem solving, puzzle work in order to make things fit kind of at the end, and sometimes got to move some pieces around. So if you find this video to be helpful, please hit like on it and maybe even subscribe. I do these types of videos and other health and fitness videos several times a week. And something else I want to show you very quickly as well. I've mentioned before that sometimes calorie counting and losing weight isn't about eating less, it's just about eating smarter. So I wanted to show you this today. I've got two different types of rice here. I've got regular rice, the minute rice, which I normally eat. For one bag of this, you can see sort of the size together, 360 calories. Sometimes I implement and I substitute cauliflower rice. Now, it's not quite the same thing, but as far as volume goes, I am still eating the same amount of food here as I am here. 360 calories here, 180 calories here. So we've got the same amount of food for half the calories. So again, sometimes it's not about eating less, just about eating smarter. And tonight, I know that I've got a higher calorie dinner, so something like this helps me save 180 calories during the day, and I'm still eating the same amount. Just wanted to make sure to mention. Let's take a look at the food plan for today. So I've already gone through most of it. And by the way, if you don't know what your targets as far as calories are, if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, if you don't know what your numbers are, I'm going to put a couple of links in the description down below as well. You can go in and type some stuff in. It'll tell you general target, something to kind of shoot for with that. So as you can see here, breakfast is done. I had 5 eggs. I had a couple of pieces of Ezekiel bread. Actually, let's look at the top here too. I've built everything. You can see 425 calories remaining. That's underneath my target. My target is cutting a weight loss target, but 425 is a lot of calories to leave on the table. It's too many. I want to get that under 300, so we're going to need to add some food in here. And we're going to add it in based off of the macros under it. You can see I've got 36 grams of protein left, 45 grams of carbs, and I've already gone over on fat just a little bit. Not a lot, so I'm not too worried about it because my calories overall looks good, but that's kind of what I want to use as my guidepost to how I'm going to get these calories. So breakfast, it was pretty simple. Lunch is kind of basic. You can see I got the broccoli, the cauliflower rice, and vegetarian fat-free baked beans, which are just as delicious as regular baked beans. Dinner, we're doing HelloFresh, so I just put the entire calorie count onto that HelloFresh says that we were doing. I have a second dinner because I like a late snack, a couple of just turkey wraps. And so for one snack today, I've got some a protein bar. Now, that's everything I've got. Now I want to get another 300 calories, or another probably 100 calories, 150 calories if possible. When I look at the macros at the top, I've gone over on fat, so I want to kind of try to not do any more fat if possible, or just a little bit. And when I look at the protein and carbs, they're almost identical. And one of the things I always think about whenever I have a almost identical protein and carb is stuff like protein bars or protein chips. Usually the proteins and carbs on there are very similar. So let's just go ahead and add in a Quest bag of chips, put that in for a snack, and let's see what that does to my numbers. So now you can see 285 calories remaining, so I'm under my 300 number now. So technically I could just stop here. I used up a little bit more protein. My carbs is kind of high, but that's okay. And I've gone over on fat by quite a bit. But again, I'm really concentrating more on the calorie portion of this and just trying to use the macros as a guidepost. So if I go over on one of the macros, I'm not too worried about it. But what this does is it puts me under my 300, which is perfect, or it's good. But it also leaves me room that if I wanted to add something else in later, I could add something else in later. Let's add 2 bags of chips in case I get super snacky. I'm going to change this from 1 to 2, and you can see how easy this app is to use. And so what does that do? Well, look at the top here again. Down to 145 calories remaining. That's almost in my perfect zone. I went over on protein, but just barely. Still got some carbs left on the table and went over on fat more, but my calories and everything looks good. So I'm actually going to leave this here. 145 calories remaining. If I wanted to get cute, I could add something else in there if I wanted to, some raisins, maybe a banana, something along those lines, and I'd still be under my calorie count. But, you know, building these, again, is sort of a puzzle. You have to kind of wiggle through it once you start getting towards the end and figure out what fits and what doesn't. And sometimes it's not about adding new food in. Sometimes it's just about changing the volume of your food. I added those chips, but then I thought I still have some room extra. Let's just up the volume of that. I didn't add more food in, like new food into the plan. So again, the app is called My Macros Plus. Links are going to be in the description down below if you're interested in the app stores or getting it from the app stores. It's on iOS and Android both. And also the couple of links to the targets. If you don't know your calorie and your macro targets, links in the description down below. If this was helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even the subscribe. I do these types of videos and other health and fitness videos several times a week. I got some lunch that I need to eat. So that's it. Good plan for the day. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.